All right, so this is my 3-month update on Accutane. And as a quick reminder, the first month I was on 20 milligrams a day of Clarivis. The second month I was on 30 milligrams, and I just finished my third month and I was on 30 milligrams again. So I'm actually on day 2 of my 4th month and I'm up to 40 milligrams. But as far as the 3-month update is concerned, I will talk about my side effects first. Side effects from month 2 to month 3, no different at all in terms of what they are. I would say my eyes have become much more dry on the 3rd month, and so much so where I don't wear contacts anymore. So first month and second month I was able to wear them maybe all day or 5 or 6 hours and be fine. This 3rd month it got to a point where I was wearing them for about an hour, maybe 45 minutes. They would start to feel dry, so decided not to risk it at all, just take them out. And the only times that really affects me is if I'm going to the gym or something like that, and my vision isn't that bad, so it doesn't really bother me that much. But that is a bigger side effect, or an increase in a side effect in that 3rd month. I will also say, as far as side effects are concerned, is my skin is a little more sensitive, a little more fragile. So not necessarily to sunlight, which it still is, but just in general. So I scratch a little bit easier. It leaves a mark a little bit longer. And one big thing that tipped me off was I was doing a workout, I don't know, a few weeks ago, and it was Orange Theory. And if you've ever been to Orange Theory, or even if you haven't, and if you worked out on those flat benches that are hard and have a rubberized surface. So I was doing some sort of exercise there, like a bench press, and I noticed after my class, I took off my shirt and my back had the imprint. It was like a diamond shaped imprint of whatever the pattern was on the bench, bruised into my back from the pressure of the weights that I was holding. And that bruise lasted for almost 4 or 5 days. So that was pretty interesting to see. Otherwise, outside of seeing those things, I really didn't notice my skin being any more delicate or fragile. Side effects, that's pretty much it as far as side effects go from month 2 to month 3. The next thing I'll talk about, I guess, is my my quality of skin. So if you look at my first videos, there are some before and after stuff to when I first started Accutane. A week before I started going on it, you could see I definitely had what would be considered moderate acne. So I had a lot of various size cystic acne under my jawline. So probably a dozen or more, 15, 16. Some were very raised and very large. Some you could feel just underneath the surface that didn't show up yet. That has improved dramatically. So you can see some darker spots, but that's just, I guess, a little bit discoloration of skin from maybe scarring or temporary scarring, I would say. There's a larger one here that's now gone down, and it's finally going down. There's a smaller one here that I don't know if it's really coming up or not, but I really haven't had any at all actually, cystic acne coming up since month 3, or during month 3, I should say, at least on my jawline or my face. So my skin has actually cleared up tremendously. I did have a small one here that I got injected with cortisone last time I was at the dermatologist, so that helps speed up the process of any inflammation as far as getting it reduced. So my skin's been looking great on my face. I still get some whiteheads, or some blackheads on my nose a little bit. I did go through that sebum purge. I think it was month 1 or beginning of month 2, but I still do have some on my nose and along my forehead, which you really can't see. They're pretty small. I will say, as far as new acne is concerned, nothing on my face, like I said. However, I did get a small breakout on my chest, which is a little strange for me. It was 1 week, and I had like 2 or 3 maybe small whiteheads that came up, and they popped on their own and went away, and haven't had any since then. But that was probably, I would say, my 2nd week in of my 3rd month, and a couple random smaller pimples on my back upper shoulder area. So that is pretty much it as far as an update. I don't have anything else to report that's out of the norm. So it's going really, really well so far. I'm very happy and very pleased with the results. Again, as I mentioned earlier, I'm on 40 milligrams now for this 4th month, and probably moving up to 60 the next month, and then hopefully 80 the following month, or maybe a month after that. Just wanted to, of course, shorten this as much as possible, and do it in a very safe way with my dermatologist. So any questions, comments, obviously leave them below. Reach out to me on whatever social media you want. I know a few of you have left some comments and some questions before, and happy to answer them the best I can. Otherwise, I will report back for an update on my 4th month, and unless something dramatic happens before then. But appreciate you watching, and thanks.